Welcome to Vogel State Park. This is probably one of the most popular state parks in Georgia, one of the most visited. It's one of the most beautiful state parks you'll ever go to, especially this time of year in the fall. And there's a lot of things to do that's nearby. There's hiking. Appalachian Trail's not too far away. And there's just plenty of shopping. You just won't find a better campground. This is a really nice site here, and it's right by the creek. I always wanted to camp here, but not this. Hopefully in the future I will. Look at these leaves, aren't they beautiful? This is fall at Vogel. Well, in this little camp store, you're probably going to find just about anything you want. They have t-shirts. Well, just kind of look around here. And their prices are reasonable. I mean, they're not outrageous. They also have food, camp supplies. Yeah, look at that.
That's usually what happens when I'm not paying attention.
Just look down at your feet, not look up at the trees.
Yeah, and here they also have the fish bait too. I forgot about that. And their lake is stocked with trout. And I know during the summer months, maybe not so much in the winter, but you'll be able to find all your needs here. Ice.
You know anything about this park here?
This is the trail up to the Pioneer camping site. Like the sign says, it's about 3/10 of a mile up. From there are trails that lead on up the top of Blood Mountain and Slaughter Gap, places like that up there on the Appalachian Trail. These are campsites, Q&R. They're walk-in sites, although they're in the upper loop, but they are tent sites only. All the campsites on the left over here are on the river, or the creek, Wolf Creek. These are a couple of nice pull-throughs. This one right on the creek has lots of room. Such a pretty place in the fall. This is our site, number 60. It's a large site. From here, where that car is in the middle of the screen there, that's the top of the loop. So, site 61. There's another pull through. I think that's one of 3 on that side. Most of your sites will accommodate just about any size rig, but it would probably be a good idea to check before you make your reservation. Well, there's a lot of construction going on here at Vogel. There's a few campsites in here that are, let's see, these campsites here do not yet have the sewer hookups. I think most all the campsites on the other side of the bridge down there do. And I think what this construction is here. They're working on these campsites here because some of them are dug up. These are the lower numbers out here. But they're doing some good things here. I know that they said by next year Vogel will have internet and cable, so it's going to make this a very popular campground. A lot of the sites here are blocked off on this side. It's like if you're familiar with Vogel, when you're coming into the campground, come into the playground first, and then you take your right to go around through the campground. But that first little section that you see here, about half of the sites are open. The rest of them are closed for construction. Normally, after a certain time, these sites in here are closed. I mean, are open only, and throughout the winter. And the ones across the bridge usually are closed for the winter. Now, these in this area do not have the sewer hookups yet. And these are the lower numbers. Like this one's number 10, 11, 12. And I'm not sure what those are on over there. Now all this construction are them adding sewer hookups. This is the visitor center. That's Blood Mountain on your left. No, wait a minute. Yeah, I believe that is Blood Mountain on your left. And I believe Slaughter Gap is right in the middle there. This is an overcast day, but the colors still come out. Supposedly all of that is stuff they've taken out of the lake that they've been dredging out. It's kind of interesting how they do it. They're using this pump out here, and it'll pump those things full of, I'm assuming, dirt, I guess. You can see piles of stuff here that they've gotten out. It looks a lot cleaner, and I'm assuming it's to get the lake deeper. I don't know, I've got to inquire about this, so I'll try to give you a definite answer. This is the little building where they have all their paddle boats and rental paddle boats. That over there is the pavilion, just to kind of give you a little perspective about where we are. This is the visitor center up there. I guess at one point they sold these brick. There's a lot of them that have people's names on them in memory of and other people on here. A lot of people love Vogel. Okay, here's I finally asked someone here, the attendant in there, about the dredging, and she said they are dredging it. It's been over 20 years since it's been dredged, and the reason for that, it was beginning to form an island out in the lake there, in the middle of the lake. So I guess they didn't want that, so that's why they're dredging. Now this is a very nice hike. It's a trail that circles the lake. It's probably maybe a mile, 3/4 mile long, something like that. But it also takes you, as you'll see, to a waterfall, a trail that leads down behind the dam. And it's just a beautiful hike any time of the year. This is a spillway from the lake that runs down to the waterfall. Just as a side note about the falls, many years ago, my son and I climbed those falls. When we got to the top, a ranger was waiting. The next time we came to the falls, well, there was a sign at the top that says, "No climbing the falls." And I have always wanted to stay at this cabin. All the years that we've been coming here, I've never stayed in the log cabins, but I'm going to make that a priority. There's some pretty interesting stuff in that CCC museum. I've been in there once or twice, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. This is Wolf Creek, and there's a lot of cabins that are sitting on the edge of it as well. This is down in the valley, more close to the visitor center. Cabins down there, and there's like 3 or 4 maybe on the creek, which are very nice. They also have a very large playground up there. These cabins, they have the tables, grill. That one looks like a gas grill. And then they got the fire pit. Most all of your cabins do have those. This is the beginning of the trailhead for the Bryan Reese Trail, Bear Hair Gap, and the Coosa Backcountry Trail. Let's check out these walk-in sites. These are your walk-in campsites. You've got some down there in that area, and you saw the numbers as we came in. This is D. Let's go up here, check it out. Now look at this, look how nice it is. You got kids, you got the railing around here that help a lot. Nice fire pit, table, grill, and a great view. Look at that. Awesome. Nicer than it used to be when I camped here years ago. I think the first time I ever camped at Vogel was right in this area. Perhaps this campsite right here, but it was much more rustic at that time. It's been like 40 something years ago. These things go all the way back up the hill there. So if you come in and you want, you can't get one of these that are closer, prepare for a little bit of a hike, because it goes way back up in there. And that's the walk-in site. I think you got plenty of parking down here. This road, I guess, goes on around, connects with the one where I'm parked over here. Really nice up here for tent camping. Perfect. I'm pretty sure this is the one I camped in years ago. These are more walk-in sites. I think I camped at this one once too. Camped at several up here. I used to do nothing but tent camp. And then I got old and I bought a camper. But I still like these campsites, and I'll still probably come back and visit again. And this is the bathhouse for the walk-in sites. It's very new, and they keep it clean. Some vending machines, and it is quite a walk to the garbage. This is Wolf Creek again. This is a bridge that connects the upper and lower campground. But I wanted to show you this. I was here the year they did this. Vogel State Park. Time capsule sealed beneath this marker on July 4th, 2000. Be open on July 4th, 2050. We were here when they sealed it, and hopefully we'll be here when they open it. Well, this section in here are for smaller campers, like you see here, tent sites and pop-ups mostly. These are real small sites for the most part. They're not for the bigger rigs at all. You can see what I mean. Most of them are just real small sites. Yeah, that's probably a 24, 26 foot. Probably 24. It fits in there real well. That's about it. You know, you always have to have hamburgers when you're camping. I like that stove. My daughter gave me that for Christmas. It's actually a fire pit too. That's site 62 over there. 61 here. We're 60. I think that one's 59. Those are all on the creek. Well, we prefer the sites on the creek. But this one was so big. It's the only one we could get. But gosh, this is a big site. We enjoyed it a lot. Well, this guy would not leave our campsite. I moved him a couple of times, kept coming back. Well, I crossed over Wolf Creek, came across this little contraption. Somebody spent some time on this. Did a good job too. I don't know that it'd keep the rain out, but it does provide shelter. Somebody must have just didn't have nothing else to do. Let's go inside. And got a log in here to sit on. Yeah. This is pretty cool. Yep. Time to go. We sure do appreciate you watching the channel. Hope you enjoy this video. This is the prettiest time of year to visit Vogel State Park. If you don't mind, guys, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button and leave us a comment if you want to. And hit that notification bell. You'll be notified of the next video. And until the next one, we'll see you out there.